environmental psychosis is destroying the mental health of our youth. It's an interesting phrase because environmental psychosis is really made up problems due to the environment around us, or rather how they're perceived. So I'm a kid from the 80s. Social media didn't exist, right? You wanted to interact with people, you went outside, you went and knocked on somebody's door to say, can you play? Can you come out? That's when you were young, you were a little bit older. You picked up a landline and called. Today, nobody does that. For one, landlines, what are those, right? Everybody is so connected to their phones, to these 7-inch pieces of glass that are causing the majority of the problem. Now, really, it's not the phones, I guess. It's what's on the phones. We have Facebook, Instagram, Snap. There's probably a slew of other ones that I don't even know about. But we have our kids now so involved in what is occurring on these social media platforms, how many likes they get, people having these extraordinary lives that we get to see and then wonder, what is wrong with ours? Why isn't ours what we see? When truly, all you're seeing are the fast cuts of things that are great. We see people with bodies and faces and voices that are now even interpreted by AI. Let me fix our ND filter here, it's a little bright. And we see that from that, our kids are depressed. Our life isn't good enough. And the thing is most of us as parents have gone through and made their lives so simple in a way that we've removed all of the obstacles that we had. Like when I was a kid, like if you wanted to do something, you had to go out and do it. Right now, somebody picks up a phone, they might hop on Discord, they might hop on a Snap like group channel and interact virtually. They're not even really together. And so with that, what we've caused is this weird kind of anxiety to where people are afraid to pick up the phone, knock on the door, really? Go ask like a 16-year-old to walk up to somebody's door and knock on it. It's not even going to happen. So with that, these anxieties are caused from a lack of stressors in their lives, not an exuberance of them, which I find very strange, right? You take a look at it and go, like when I was a kid, the most stressful thing you might have is the first day of school. Really, that was like the most stressful thing because you went into a classroom where you didn't know anybody. Right now, our kids seem to experience that type of stress at every event, everything that they can do. Pick up the phone, answer a text. Oh God, I'm not even gonna read it because I don't want somebody to see that I've got them left on read so they don't even know what to do next. And it's just crazy. Like so many of the countries out there, I shouldn't say so many, but a number of the countries have actually changed to making social media illegal unless you're over the age of 18. In the US, this seems like that would be so absurd. And the thing is why? Because of how much money it drives. But take a look at what social media has done to our kids. Like, look at the suicide rate. Like, just look at the suicide rate, and you can actually follow a correlation of the inception of Facebook and correlate it directly to how many kids and teenagers have committed suicide. Like a kid committing suicide shouldn't even be a thing, shouldn't even be an option in a child's mind, but it is. They take a look at it and see that for at least maybe once, somebody will see them, somebody will hear them. And that is just so terrible. And we take a look at it and see people are so struck with anxiety, so struck with depression. And I can't help but think about one of the statements that I've seen, and it's kind of like, anxiety annihilates action. And on the opposite side of that, action annihilates anxiety. So just kind of let you guys see I'm out for a walk. Take a look at this view here, if I can get the gimbal to turn around. So right now, just out for a walk. And this happens to be the view from where I live, which, you know, it's not great, but it's pretty. We overlook the Jordan River here that is in Utah, so. But I'm a strong believer that when you take a look at our bodies, they're built for action. The mind is built to make sure that we can actually conceive and deliver those actions. When you have somebody who is just spending 7-8 hours a day or more attached to a screen, what do you expect? Except for the body to take that unused energy and direct it towards what it has, only what it has. And what it has is what it is seeing, what it is perceiving, what is happening within the environments around us. I sometimes think that world news is useless. We need local news, local things to do. People with the anxieties and the depressions that are happening right now, you take a look at it, and like right now is Men's Health Awareness Month, which honestly, I think the majority of the people even viewing this, you couldn't give like two shits about, given the fact that male suicide is more than double of what women's is, which I would have always thought it was the other way around until myself was on that side of the coin. I had a little bit of a moment where I was going to end my life. It was about a year and a half ago, and wound up in an inpatient care facility and really had to really evaluate what was going on in my life. Now, mine wasn't a lack of activity, it was really a lack of human interaction. And really, as a male in your 40s, try and find a place where it is okay to interact with people. When I work from home, I have my own business, I do not participate in any religious items, I don't have hobbies that really take me to people. And so yeah, isolation was what occurred. And within that isolation, I could not find a pathway to people. And so the pain of that isolation, as well as some of the outcomes of some of the actions that I had taken in my life that wound up with some of this isolation, I could not find a way forward until I accepted my situation and made some changes within that. So these things that I talk about here are just, it's like our phones need to be put down. Our kids need to also see us put our phones down, but on top of that, they need to be restricted from its use. It's like, take a look at social media and how it is weaponized. You can just turn on any one of your guys' channels right now and scroll through and see that hate is what drives it. Hope, yeah, hope's good. Hope's good, but hope is a little bit of a liar. It creates false expectations, and when those are not, when it doesn't come through, with what we hope is going to occur doesn't happen, it is decimating at this stage in human civilization. I don't know if other countries experience this the way that we do, but the way that we experience it now is we still see the world through a lens of, I don't have, not of, I'm grateful for what I do. And that right there is really sad, because I fall into that trap sometimes myself. And in that like splash of what things are, what do you do with it? What I think you do is you need to find hobbies. You need to find friends. You need to have a family circle. The lone wolf paradigm that people would state is what men are meant to be and every man is an island. It doesn't work. If that worked, we wouldn't have double the amount of men committing suicide, because they can't find what it is that they're looking for. And truly, if you really want to understand what a man needs in this life to be happy, it is purpose. A man needs purpose. From that purpose, a feeling of usefulness, and in the outcome of gratitude for what that usefulness provides. That is all we need. We're not these grand, complex creatures. We really aren't. We want to be seen as useful. We need to be useful and then appreciated for what it is that we do. If you're somebody sitting alone and you do not feel like you have a use for a purpose, I hate to say it, man, you need to find one. Right on top of it, find one. Find a way to be useful and purposeful. I still sometimes search for one, but I'm trying. On every given day, I try and find a way of how can I be of use, or at least how can I be useful even to myself? Because just earning a living, paying the bills, and doing the mundane tasks is not enough. There must be more. So I'll end it right here, as I'm now just kind of walking back and forth on this trail, and it's quite bright and it's warm. It's actually a beautiful day here in Utah. But with that, the closing statement here would be, our kids, no social media, none whatsoever. There shouldn't be an avenue for it. It should be restricted. And on top of that, parents that are out there and the people who are just lonely and isolated, put your goddamn phone down. It's ironic that I'm delivering this to you probably on your phone, but put your phone down, walk outside, go find a place where there are people, because humans, we are tribal. We need our people. Best of luck to everyone.